The engine is starting up.
Are you okay?
Seems I have malfunctioned and crashed onto this strange planet. Everything feels so uneven here. What is this?
Will you crash on our home planet, Earth, where exogenic and endogenic processes shape the Earth and its beautiful and breathtaking landscapes?
Endo? Exo? What are these processes you speak of?
Let me explain this process in simple ways. Okay, now let's discuss our first process, which is exogenic process. Exo means outside and genic means produce. They are the geological forces which occurs in the surface of the earth. And do you know that they are the reasons on how the land of the earth is formed and the land and its beautiful land masses?
Oh my, that seems very interesting. Can you tell me more? How about this? What do you call these? And where are these solid things everywhere? They come in different shapes and sizes? Tell me, how do you make one of these? It's so fascinating.
Oh, this is what we call a rock. And do you know that this specific rock has been through a lot of weathering?
Wow!
We have three types of weathering: chemical, mechanical, and biological weathering. Chemical weathering is the change of the composition of the rock through chemical reactions. Mechanical weathering is the change of the rock's appearance but not the chemical composition. And lastly, biological weathering is the change of the appearance of
Hi, I'm Bea and this is Jaina. JC just texted me to help you in learning more about our planet.
Let us now discuss the next process, the endogenic processes. These processes happen inside the Earth, deforming and forming by heat. There are three main types of heat that make endogenic processes possible.
First is what we call primordial heat, which occurs when Earth was created. It has two types, which include accretion energy and adiabatic compression. For the accretion energy, huge burning balls of molten rocks came flying everywhere and running onto each other. Pew, pew, pew! And after billions and billions of years, heat from the molten rock slowly cooled down, creating the core, mantle, and crust. For the adiabatic compression and pressure heat is generated underground that makes the planet sustain its heat.
Second is the gravitational contraction. It is when mass contracts because of the gravitational force surrounding it. Heat is then generated and sustained due to friction and pressure. Finally, the radioactive elements. Radioactive materials inside the Earth decays and breaks down to become more stable, causing it to release heat.
Thank you, Bea and Jaina. Now we know the sources of heat that makes endogenic processes possible. Let's now discuss the two main endogenic processes, faulting and folding. Folding is when two forces push towards each other from opposite sides. It has two parts, which are the syncline, the structure that dips upward from a median line, and are located near the center of the structure, which forms valleys. The second one is the anticline. The anticline is a structure that dips downward from a median line to form an arc or a hill. Faulting is the fracture and displacement of more brittle rock strata along a fault plane, either caused by tension or compression. It is the break along of a rock where a vertical or horizontal rock movement has occurred. They allow molten rocks to rise up onto the Earth's surface when there is an active volcano.
Hi, Shania here. Sorry for being late. Did you know that there's another endogenic process, which is a sudden shaking of the ground or earthquakes? They happen when faults and volcanic activity occur. There are three types of faults: normal fault, reverse fault, and tear fault. Another endogenic process is called magmatism. This is when magma develops into igneous rocks beneath the crust. When folding and faulting happens, it creates great pressure where cracks are created. This allows magma to rise out of the crust. Boom! What was that? That is for another endogenic process called volcanism, where it happens after magma is formed. This process mostly occurs through volcanoes, which go boom!
Oh my god!
Where magma is released from the ground, which we then call lava. Lastly, metamorphism. Due to heat and pressure, the chemical composition and characteristics of the rocks change. But rocks that go through weathering are not considered to have gone through metamorphism. That is it for endogenic processes. Bye bye!